Hey bestie, and welcome back to another episode of the Plobcast. Oh my gosh, you're in. I'm sorry, I can't stop laughing. But if you don't know, there's some plobs that have been making up random shit about me, and some of it is actually fucking hilarious. We have to read it, because dear God, all you're doing is giving me content, because this is the funniest shit. Some of the shit is just hilarious. But quick reminder. Quick reminder that this podcast is 18 plus. People got offended that I said little ears, which ironically I have abnormally small ears. If you haven't noticed, I actually had to have a special surgeon get a bug out of my ear when I was a kid because my ears are so small they couldn't do it in a regular hospital. But anyways, so remember it's 18 plus. But we gotta read some of these plob comments because I've been getting sent them and it's the funniest thing ever. Because they be living in a whole nother reality. I am telling you, trolls live in their own fucking reality. And some of the stuff is so fucking detailed. I'm sorry. Also, I apologize in advance for me. I'm gonna be reposting again tomorrow the picture of Lily Tino's former friend and everything. Because trolls keep pretending like they magic can't see it. And the ones that have seen it are like making any excuse now. They've made up any excuse they can possibly think of to cover for Lily Tino. And try to get me to out, who we're calling John Doe and out his identity because I cover his face and his voice and everything. But fucking Christ, we gotta go over some of these. We'll get into the GameStop's follower submission stories here in a minute. But you gotta read this. So you gotta hear this. So like I said, these people know that they're lying, they're full of shit. Once again, if you go to their page and you hit most popular, you'll see the only videos this little group ever gets is when they talk about me. Nobody cares about their real content. They're exactly what you think they look like too, if you're wondering. Sloppy, badly home-dyed hair, clearly has not bathed in a long time, living in a nasty hoarded game mess. So of course they make up shit about me to try to get clout because they're upset that I call out their disgusting behavior and call out predators, including ones on the register, the sex offender registry that one of them's dating. But you gotta hear this one. So this is from somebody who I have literally never heard of in my life. I do have a friend with this name, but this is not them. I went to their page as a completely different person. I also have never met the online friend that has a similar name. But anyways, so they said that they met me in person, and they said that I was a lawyer. First of all, when did I have time for law? I would love to know. Girl, you telling me I had a law degree this whole time and I didn't know? What am I doing making a podcast? Apparently I need to go out there and get rich with this law degree I apparently Sorry, let me read the rest of it. It says, they said they were in the middle of having a breakdown with my now ex-partner, was defending a guy that regularly harassed me. The guy happened to be Ribbon's at the time boyfriend, by the way. Okay. I've been married for 11 years. What the fuck are you talking about? Anyways, they then said that I was a menace to their friend group. What the fuck friend? Who are these people? I would love to see a picture of me with this person because they claim they met me, and anybody who's ever met me has got a picture with me, like 99% of people. If I had actually been around long enough, we would have a picture together. It says, I was a menace to the friend group, whatever, but they said they experienced homelessness because of me. What the fuck? How did I make you homeless? You just said you had a mental breakdown. What? So apparently I read that wrong. They said they were the menace to the friend group. So, I'm sorry, what? So, this person claims that I apparently am a lawyer. I'm sorry, I can't stop laughing. Give me a sec. Whew, sorry, I had to breathe for a second because it's just funny. So their story is that I was a lawyer and that I was the reason that they're homeless, and they supposedly met me but have no proof of it because it didn't happen. Dude, where the fuck are these people? I have seen at least 20 people claim to be mutuals of mine that aren't. Like, I've never been mutual with these people. I have no idea who these people are. There was one person that even commented on a video and was like, of a video of one of these trolls making up stuff, and was like, I'm mutuals with Ribbon right now. I'll make sure not to unmutual them, so if you need anything or whatever. Or just some bullshit, right? Left multiple comments saying they were mutuals with me. I go to look this person up. I'm not mutuals with them. They follow me, though. And I took a screenshot where it shows that they follow me and we are not mutuals. So I just did a force unfollow where it like forces them to unfollow you. But Jesus fucking Christ. Some of this shit that they make up is actually kind of fucking funny, to be honest. Because, like, imagine how much time you had to sit there and really think. Imagine being such a loser in life that you have enough time to spend hours thinking up this shit. Like, if you haven't seen, there was also somebody who wrote like a 10-page fan fiction basically about me, because they made up this whole story about how we dated in middle school when they transferred to my middle school in 8th grade. And if you don't know, I didn't go to middle school. I was homeschooled in middle school. It's a long story, but like, they had a whole romance. The funny thing is, they have done this for over a year. They keep adding chapters to this story about supposedly dating in 8th grade. And it's just kind of insane. It's insane. Like, this stuff. It's like, where are y'all coming up with this shit? Like, I'm intrigued. You know, I'd be listening to a rumor about myself sometimes, and I'd be like, damn, what'd I do next? I'm like over here like, ooh, come on with the story. I want to know how does it end? Also, full disclosure, I did not watch all of Denki's newest video, Doubling Down, blah, blah, blah. Dude, the second that he was caught on camera looking at proof and admitting that he saw it and saying that he was going to pretend he didn't see anything that's real, even though you see him on camera on live, I was like, there's no point. It's also sound manipulation. If you're wondering how he made people believe him, it's really simple. Subconscious sound manipulation. He purposely, I don't want to go into too much detail, but you guys can look this up. It's a whole sound theory where it's a manipulation technique where you will start implanting something basically in somebody's in their subconscious, back of their brain, where you suggest it, but you don't talk about it too directly. So it's the back of their brain is recognizing it. The front of the brain is not recognizing you're planting in it. You space it out. You mention it 5 to 15 times. Psychiatrists say that if you go over 15 times, it's a little bit more obvious, and then it's less likely to work. But you want to do it between 5 and 15 times, space stuff in between them, and just start subtly planting that in somebody's head. And then you show them whatever sound you're about to play, and they'll hear it as whatever you told them. It's kind of like those videos, if you ever seen, where it's like 5 sentences on a page and it's the same audio playing over and over again, but no matter what, if it depends on what you read is what you end up hearing. So yeah, there was no point arguing with it. He literally was sent the pictures of Nick and this friend, Lily, when she went by Nick, and the friend, as we're calling John Doe, and still was like trying to pretend. I love looking at the oh shit moment. I've played that video like 20 times. The video where he's on camera, he realizes he is fucked up, and he gets this look in his face like, oh shit, I just got busted on live, lying, and then he tries to change the subject real fast, and it's like, bro, we all just saw that. Also, just a friendly reminder, once again, for the billionth time, I'm not related to Lily Tino or Christiane. That's another rumor that keeps getting started people being like, oh, Ribbon said they related. No, we're not. I have been very clear that I am not. I've probably said it a million times. Let's jump into this week's follower submissions of the GameStop stories before I laugh my ass off with these. But anyways, one of the follower submissions to the story haunts the fuck out of me. It's the one that I covered last week, where I covered this in the podcast, and I uploaded the video on the lesbian couple that reused the toy and everything like that. Used the toy, seal it up, and then sold it at Spencer's, because it was a Spencer's employee dating a GameStop employee. I got an update after I posted that from the follower who had submitted that, the former GameStop employee. And somehow it gets worse. I don't know how, but it does. So after I posted that, she said that she ended up sharing it onto her Facebook, and someone reached out to her. Apparently, she's not the only girlfriend that this Spencer's employee did this to. As we talked about before, the Spencer's employee was well-versed, experienced in relationships, and the GameStop employee wasn't. So apparently, oh god, just thinking about this. Her doing the whole opening up sex toys and using them in the bedroom and then putting them back in the case and putting them back on the shelves for customers to buy. She did that for a while. She had done that for a while. Because the ex-girlfriend reached out to the follower who's put it on Facebook and told her, was like, hey, so she actually did that with us too. You're telling me why did nobody call the cops? And I'm not trying to be dogging on the follower who submitted this, but y'all, call the police. These are crimes. It's not just disgusting, it's a fucking public safety issue. It's a crime. It blows my mind that neither of them, in the moment that they found out, was like, yeah, let me call the police right now so they could do something about this. Like, oh my gosh. At least the GameStop employee did call her manager, like the Spencer's employee's manager, to let them know. But the first girl apparently just didn't tell anybody, and that's why they broke up. The GameStop employee said that that's what she was told of why they broke up. Bro, if somebody comes to me and is like, yeah, so I'm using these sex toys on you and then putting them in a box and giving them back. I'm calling immediately. I'm calling the fucking police. I'm not just breaking up with you. I'm calling the fucking cops. I'm calling the damn local news if I have to. I'm calling everybody to inform them because you are a public safety matter. Safety hazard, sorry. While we're on the topic of public safety and plobs, please tell me I'm not the only person that's seen it. If you haven't seen it, I've reposted it. It's in my reposts. But if you've seen that Jet 2 holiday trend where people are like, nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday, and they show like an unhinged video. One of them, oh god, I want to gag. One of these Jet 2 holiday videos is literally of a man who is walking. It looks like in New York, I'm guessing. It might be a different big city, but it looks like New York in my opinion, from what I can tell in the background. But it's a guy who's walking, and then he stops in the middle of the fucking sidewalk, pulls his pants down, projectile shits like a dog with diarrhea. Like, the shit flies out of this man, pulls his pants back up, and then just walks away. And I'm like, maybe that's where the Fort Hood pooper guy got the idea. I don't fucking know. But he literally pulls his pants up and just walks away. Like, he didn't just shit all over the fucking sidewalk. I swear to God, these people are like fucking menaces to society. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to laugh so you can hear me, but like, they really are. I just really think about what's going through somebody's mind. Like, he's just casually taking a stroll on the sidewalk, and then he just fucking turns sideways, pulls his pants down, and just projectile shits, and then pulls his pants up and just keeps walking. Like, bro, if it was an emergency or something, there's literally a gutter in the picture. Like, you couldn't have walked over to the gutter. Like, if it was a true emergency and you couldn't get it to a bathroom, like, go to the gutter and not on the sidewalk. There's also a gaming chair that I've seen, like, 50 people have tagged me in this video. They're making a gaming chair, and I think it's AI, but I can't tell if it's AI or just a prank, or I would not put it past plobs to make this a real thing. I feel like it would be the World of Warcraft players in particular who would make this a real thing. But it's a gaming chair with a toilet attached. So basically, you just stand up for a second, open the lid, and shit in it while you're gaming. The fucking craziest part, I'm telling you, they would make this a real thing. World of Warcraft or League of Legends, one or the other. And before you're all like, oh, you're discriminating against it. I play both of those games, by the way. I've played World of Warcraft before the buyout. I bought the disc at Target back in the day. I love both these games. I love League of Legends. I fell in love with it because of Shigaraki and being a Shigaraki sim. But either way, because if you don't know, he canonically that's what League of Villains is named after. They made it canon. But anyways, I'm telling you, this fucking toilet seat. It's a toilet seat gaming chair. It's like it looks like a regular gaming chair, similar to like the one I have, except for it's got red stripes on it, and then it's literally a fucking toilet. And even if it's fake, I'm telling you, fucking right now, there is somebody out there that wants that. That's gonna fucking try to recreate it and make it their own. Reminds me of the guy who was duct taping doggy poop bags to his ass so that he could shit during game. Like, I still can't get over that follower submission. Because I think about that woman. I think about her sometimes. And I'm like, girl, why did you stay? I'm not trying to be mean. But why did you stay? The second a man tells me that he's shitting in doggy bags while he's gaming and wants me to throw them away for him, I'm going to punch him in the fucking face. I'm going to jail. I'm going to fucking jail. I don't support domestic violence. But I feel like that's domestic violence towards me if you're fucking trying to get me to throw away your shit bag. I'm throwing that shit right in your face. The literal shit. I just feel like we should be encouraging people to not do these fucking behaviors, instead of trying to fucking invent toilet gaming chairs and making it easier for them, because I feel like you're just giving them a fucking excuse at that point. Like, if somebody were to make a toilet gaming chair, shit would sell out so damn fast. Fucking, there is a gold mine right there. Somebody go actually make a toilet gaming chair and you'll fucking make $1 million in like 2 days. On a serious note, please don't actually do that. I'm joking. Please don't actually fucking make a toilet gaming chair. I mean, yes, you probably would make a lot of money, but please don't encourage that fucking behavior. Do you know how hard it is to defend being a nerd right now? Okay, because the second I tell somebody that I watch anime or I play video games or that I cosplay, there's a fucking mental image they get. Ironically, the mental image they get is typically of the trolls that lie about me, but anyway, fucking Christ, they get this certain fucking stereotype. And here's the thing is, I've dyed, to be clear, because I know somebody's gonna comment on the hair thing, I've dyed my hair before, but I maintained it. I don't know what it is about plobs, but they'll dye their hair at home at like 2 in the fucking morning, and then they don't maintain it. Sir, you're not bathing, so how the fuck is it already like fading, because the fact that you're not washing your hair, it's very clear because it's covered in grease, should be proof that, like, you shouldn't, your hair dye shouldn't be fading because it's not getting washed out as much. I mean, it's going to fade no matter what because your roots are going to grow up, but you know what I mean? Like, if you're not, how are you not washing it, but it looks like you've washed it every single day color-wise? Like, fucking Christ. One of the reasons I don't dye my hair anymore is because of that plop stereotype. I don't want anybody to think that I'm one of those people. Like, I want nothing to do with that. I love the idea of having purple hair again, the nice lavender, but I just don't want to end up, like, dealing with that stereotype that these plobs have created. Speaking of plob behavior, I want to remind everybody there is a difference in somebody having an actual mental health condition and being a plob, because there is a video that's going viral of two mentally handicapped people having a meltdown, and there was people who were making fun of them for it. They're nerds, they're at an anime convention. Some of you might have seen the video, some of you might not, but just a rundown if you haven't seen the video. It's a brother and a sister. They're both adults. It's very clear that they both have some mental health issues. They both, you can tell by the way they talk, and not to stereotype, but you know what I mean. You can tell that they have some handicaps, and I believe the dad has now spoken out and said that, I can't remember what they said they had, but the dad had, like, spoken out at one point and even said that, yes, they have diagnosed mental health conditions, and there's a point where they are, not like fist fighting or anything, but they're having an argument. They're both overstimulated clearly, and they're having these meltdowns in public. And another guy tries to come over because he doesn't know what's going on. He just, like, walks over and he's like, are you guys okay? Just trying to de-escalate, because he's trying to help. But somebody recorded this interaction and there's so many people who have made videos. It's so disgusting. It's so fucking disgusting. Making fun of their handicaps and talking about, oh, this is every anime fan, blah, blah, blah. I even had somebody tag me in one of the videos and was like, haha, look, it's plobs. And I was like, no, I will correct you real quickly. There is a difference. There's a difference in somebody who has a mental handicap and somebody who is a plob, who is doing these things by choice. So I just want to remind everybody that there's a fucking difference. There's a fucking difference. Oh gosh. Oh Lord. Another thing that I was sent around the exact same time is the Nova Online getting exposed again for the diaper fetish. If you don't know, Nova Online is a lolcow plob. He's in the gaming community. He's been caught talking to minors, singing to children, being inappropriate with children, just all kinds of sick, disgusting pedo crap. And one thing that he keeps denying, even though there's fucking pictures of it, is that, he's a diaper fetish. He's a diaper sniffer. Oh god, it's so gross. But somebody finally caught him. He was on live the other day, which, by the way, Nova has blocked me now. He saw my video about him exposing him, like, where I had all these different clips of him being inappropriate with minors, which I think is funny, because the only reason I was following him is so that I could get more clips for a fucking blob episode. But he blocked me. Anyways, somebody has been reposting where he was on the live the other day, and you could see the diapers in the background, and people were like, dude, you can't even deny it anymore. You can literally see them in the background of the live. He was having another meltdown about something. I don't even know what he was having a meltdown in this one about, because he's had so many meltdowns about dumb shit. But that was my whole FYP for like 6 hours, was just over and over again people exposing Nova on this. It's like, dude, oh my fucking god, just get off the fucking internet. At least what's his face was smart enough to get off the internet. That one plob, what is his? God, what was his name? Jupiter. That's what it was. I kept thinking, I wanted to call it Mars. My bad. Jupiter. Lord, if you don't know who Jupiter is, you're in for a real fucking, not a treat, a disgust. Don't eat, because we're about to talk about Jupiter for a moment. Jupiter is an original lolcow plob. Very much, his real name's Corbin, and he was trying to follow in Chris Chan's footsteps, basically. He ends up, this is the wildest thing, because, buddy, what is happening? So, Jupiter was a problem before he met this girl, but there is this girl who, she ended up making an account and getting into like a online relationship with him. Now, she did not legitimately like him. She did it for content, because the dude's a piece of shit pedo. Like, there was a point the cops came to his house. I'm pretty sure he got arrested. Like, there's a lot. Like, he was live when the cops came to his house and everything. State of Virginia, it was a whole thing, right? Why is it always fucking Virginia? What is in the water, man? Because if you don't know, that's where Chris Chan's from too. And like, I spent my summers on the farm in Williamsburg, Virginia too. So yeah, I've seen a lot of them. I don't know what's in the water in Virginia. But Corbin, aka Jupiter, he'd done a lot of fucked up shit, and this girl who decided to she reminds me of Linda from Bob's Burgers. She did this whole thing on TikTok where she was in a long distance online relationship with him and would record the insane shit that he would do and say to expose him. The fucking wildest part about this entire situation is she was actively posting. So she would have these conversations with him. There's a point she even interviewed him on live. Have the conversation with him, screen record it, post it for the internet for everybody to make fun of, and then go and continue this relationship. Like, Jupiter was fully aware she was posting these videos of them, fully aware that people were like, hey, this is fucking insane, disgusting, disturbing behavior, and was still doing it. Still did not grasp that she was not in love with him. She was using him for content, and he kept fucking exposing himself in more than one way. He did literally expose himself too. There was a point where he was talking about doing dirty stuff with his own sister. He was constantly shirtless. That's another thing. Every single fucking screen recording, not every, there's a couple with him having a shirt on, but for some reason, like 95% of the recordings of this plob doing crazy shit in the gaming community and the online community, he's shirtless. I don't know why. He just chooses to be shirtless all the time. But there's so many videos where he's like gaming or whatever, and you can see his bed in the background, like he's sitting on his bed. And on the mattress, he has the same mattress in all of it. He does not have any sheets on his mattress. I don't know why, but he doesn't have any sheets on his mattress. And there is a giant fucking brown stain the size of a human body on this mattress. Trigger warning if you're like, don't eat if you go to look that up. Because you can look up Jupiter's mattress or Corbin's mattress or whatever. And you're going to find pictures of it because it's all over. There's so many clips of him where he was like gaming or he'd be on a call with a fucking minor on Discord and all this shit. He talks sexual with these minors. Here's my thing. Who the fuck, like, what? I don't even know. I don't even have words for it. He tried to at one point, people were like, hey, so why is there, it looks like shit. It looks like literal fucking shit. It looks like he rolled around in shit and then rubbed it on his bed. And people were like, hey, yo, what the fuck is that in the background? And he's like, oh, that's just dead skin. That's normal. Every single person's mattress looks like that. Who the fuck is everybody? Because me and my followers over here, we ain't got mattresses like that. We ain't got shit all over our mattresses. I guarantee you, I don't have a single follower that got fucking shit on their mattress. And I don't. I will show you every bed in my house. I got a Kool-Aid stain on one of them, I'll admit, because my kid, in the guest room. The mattress in there has a Kool-Aid stain on it that I tried my best to get out. I could, even with the deep cleaner and stuff, I couldn't get it out. But either way, like, it's not a shit stain or whatever the fuck that is. Like, he swears up and down. Like, he will argue with you and be like, it's normal, it's natural, that's what everybody has on their bed. Like, it's just my body imprint from, like, dead skin. That's not dead skin, that's shit. That's literal fucking shit, my guy. I don't know what it is about plobs. So this gets me so fucking heated when a plob is like, everybody does this and it's some insane thing. Because I'm like, no, not everybody. Okay, that's a you thing. Stop grouping everybody else in with your bullshit and literal shit. Normal people don't do that. I genuinely, it's this mixture. I don't want to know, but I do want to know. I just want to know how he got that. Because it's not, when you look at it, it's not like a sweat stain. So like, people are like, oh, maybe it's a sweat stain. It's dark brown. So how the fuck did he, like, lay there and shit his pants and then, like, rub his whole body in it? I genuinely do not understand how this shit stain is the size of a human body. Oh, icing on the cake of this fucking Corbin Jupiter situation is there was a point where he said that he's part wolf and then he's part of the wolf pack. Not like he's pretend. He legitimate thinks he's a wolf person. And he, oh my gosh, he goes on about, like, how on the full moon and blah, blah, blah. And there's a point where the girl that, like I said, we're going to call her Linda because I can't think of her actual name. I think it might be Belinda or so, I can't remember. Anyways, we're going to call her Linda. The girl that pretended to date him for content, and he thought it was legit. There's a point where he's, like, sending her messages about, like, her body and how she needs to, like, get dolled up and lose weight for him. And I'm like, my guy. You are over 300 pounds and don't bathe. You clearly have not shaved or cut your hair. You don't brush your teeth. You have a shit stain on your mattress. And you're telling this girl that she needs to get in better shape for your disgusting ass? Reminds me of that guy. So I was not on Vine, so I did not see this until it was reposted to TikTok. I didn't enjoy TikTok until 2019. I'd never been on Vine, Musically, any of that. But in this video, there's this video, it's like a guy who's like trying to date as a fat man or trying to date as a plus size man or whatever, and then he's like opens the store and it says fat girls are his only option, and he's complaining because only fat girls will date him because he's also fat. And I'm like, what the fuck? How are you? What in the hypocrite? Like, bro, king of the hypocrites over here. How are you body shaming somebody else for something you also have? That's like me body shaming somebody for having literal small ears when I have literal small ears. Like, that doesn't fucking make any sense, my guy. The hypocrisy. The fucking hypocrisy. If you haven't heard of Jupiter, you might not know this theory, but there's actually a theory related to him and a Meat Cannon video. If you've not seen Meat Cannon, he is a fucking hilarious creator that makes these like really raunchy parody videos. Like, they're animated, and I know this is gonna sound like, so technically he makes these videos and they're supposed to be disses almost, like he does them of different very popular creators. He's done one on like Mr. Beast, he's done one on the Hawktua girl. Like, he does these parodies making fun of like particular creators. He recently did one on, oh god, I can't think of his damn name. Pirate. Yeah, he did one on Pirate too. Then he sometimes does ones that aren't aimed at a particular creator, but like a genre of person. Like, he did one on Disney adults. And there's one in particular, after it came out, people were speculating that that one might be based off of Jupiter or Nova Online. People were going back and forth whether it was going to be Jupiter or Nova Online. But it's a video in that one. I highly suggest you go look at it. He's fucking hilarious. He makes it about gooners, and it's like a guy who's obsessed with gooning, jerking off in his bedroom, and like he still lives with his parents. And there's a point where he goes into like a sperm world because everything's covered in jerking off, and he's a friend group that all like sits and jerks off all day. And that's the vibes. Without just telling the whole thing. Yeah, I highly suggest you go watch it. But people were saying that even though he did not say who it was based off of, that it was probably based off of either Jupiter or Nova Online. If I'm being completely honest, I know that Meat Canning making a video about you is supposed to be a bad thing, right? It's because he's making a parody and he's like making fun of you or whatever, right? Like, he makes fun of these creators. I kind of want him to make one about me though, like... I know it's supposed to be a diss. Like, most creators do not like him making videos about them. They get pissed off. There's people who've, like, brought it up to certain creators. Some of them can take the joke, though. Like, Markiplier took the joke. He thought it was, the one about him was funny. But there's, you know, people, like, there's a point where, like, the Hawktua girl, somebody brought it up, and she, like, snubbed them about it or whatever. People act like it's, like, the end of the world, like, because he's roasting you, right? Making these parody things. Nick Avocado at one point got a little pissy about his, like, he was like, oh, it's a little funny, but also he didn't do my neck right, blah, 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 right? He's actually made 2 of Nick Avocado, and like Nick Avocado gets more pissed in the first one than the second. If you don't know, Meat Cannon is also the reason why people found out that Nick Avocado lied about the way he lost weight. I'll get into that in a second, but you know, people usually get mad about it, but I think it would be hilarious. I think it'd be hilarious to see someone like Meat Cannon roast me. Like, fucking do it, dude. That'd be fucking hilarious. I'm not famous enough for that, but I still think it would be funny, you know? Like, if somebody asked me my goal of content creation, obviously it's, you know, getting the money to open up the Veterans Crisis Center and stuff, but also I would like fucking parody of Meat Kid, because he's just hilarious. He really is. Anyways, to explain the Nick Avocado one, if you don't know, Nick Avocado is a mukbanger, sorry, I almost said munchbanger. Mukbanger. I don't know what the fuck a munchbanger is. Anyways, he's a famous mukbanger. He used to be skinny, and then he gained a lot of weight from doing these crazy mukbangs, and then he lost a lot of weight again. But he lied about the way he lost the weight is the thing, and people caught him. Like, he had surgery. He's also actively lying to sell products. Be careful of that. But Nick Avocado, he lost all this weight, right? And for a while there, he said he kept trying to tell people he'd worked it off over the span of 2 years, right? For the span of 2 years, he'd been working out, and he had just filmed 2 years worth of content on YouTube and was just posting that every day. And that's why, and then he does this big reveal where in one video he's 300 something pounds, and the very next one he's like 150, and he's like, haha, I always win, you know, I got you guys didn't know this whole time I've been losing weight, and then, you know, secretly I've been working out to lose all this weight, and that's what, you know, I filmed 2 years of content together, that's why you guys thought that I was still fat, blah, blah, blah. But he ended up getting caught up in that because of Meat Cannon. So Meat Cannon, in this 2-year period that he claims he was posting drafts and he was working out and actually losing weight in secret, Meat Cannon made a video of Nick Avocado making a joke about his weight. And Nick does a live reaction to it where it shows that he is still 300 something pounds in the video of him doing the reaction. This reaction video was made, so it means, he couldn't have pre-planned that. If he had only been posting drafts and been losing weight that entire 2 years, then why was it 8 months before he came out and exposed that he was skinny now, he did a live reaction where he was still over 300 pounds? There was no way for him to do a live reaction to the meat cannon video if he was already losing the weight, So people started figuring it out. Yeah, he had weight loss surgery. The thing that ticks me off about why, I don't care if you have weight loss, I don't understand why people lie and be like, oh, it's all natural. Like, if you have surgery, just say that. Like, it's fine. This is 2025. Plenty of people have surgeries. I haven't had any, but like, I don't look down upon it. Like, I've wanted top surgery forever and can't get it because it's a long story because of medical issues. But plenty of people get plastic surgery. I don't know why there's this stigma that, if you get weight loss or gastric band or your boobs done or BBL or whatever, that you have to pretend it's natural or lie about it. Like, that's so stupid. But my problem comes in, he's now trying to sell weight loss products that he claims he used. That Korean jelly that's going viral all over TikTok right now, I saw him make a video ad. It came up on my FYP because it was an ad. And it's him showing a picture of him when he was fat and then talking about how these jelly sticks made him skinny, made him lose all that weight. And it's like, first of all, you've already been exposed for having surgery that you lied about for no reason. But secondly, the jelly sticks weren't even around when you lost the weight. This happened a while back, and you were just now posting these jelly sticks thing. No, he's done it with a few other weight loss products too, and it's like, buddy, there's one thing to get your bag, but you're lying about weight loss products to people. That's kind of fucked up. It's like when people were trying to say that Kris Jenner looked so young again because she had been taking those NAD supplements that were all over TikTok, but in reality, she had a facelift. There was a plastic surgeon that even did a video on it and was like, yeah, no, the pills are not. No, she did a facelift. So please be careful with some of these, because there are people who will show before and after photos for a product when realistically they had surgery. It was not the product that did whatever it's claiming it's due. Please make sure you're doing your research on these things. The NAD one and the weight loss one, I've seen so many people talking about, oh, this celebrity lost all this weight. They used this product. Come buy it from me now. And it's like, you're so fucking full of shit, dude. They had Megan Trainor. She did Ozempic. She's talked about doing Ozempic. But I see ads all the time of people using her before and after and saying, oh, look, she lost this weight by buying this product on TikTok Shop. Come buy it for me. Yeah, no, run. Anybody using celebrities in their ads 99% of the time are lying, because these celebrities are getting like real fucking thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of dollars worth of surgeries and whatnot, which, like I said, I'm not shaming them on it. It's just, dude, just be honest. Say, hey, I got surgery, because somebody's going to there are people who will waste their money buying these pills or these products when they're not good. They're fake. And if you want some proof that these people will lie on TikTok too, the companies tell them to lie also. So if you have not seen, because this was like 2 years ago, but it's still pinned. If you go to my playlist, hold on. If you scroll all the way over and hit view all or whatever, you'll see where I have a series. It's called Exposing Brands. And it's a series I made when TikTok Shop first came out, because I started getting, and to this day, I need to make another video on it, because I made like 4 in that playlist, and then I have enough to make probably fucking 30 more. I'm not gonna make that many, but like, I could do that series forever. There are brands who are literally reaching out to creators, including myself. I screen recorded their message and everything in my DMs, where they are saying, hey, you'll get commission off this product. And I'm like, okay, well, if you want me to review it, you need to send me send me the product. I'm not going to fucking review it for free. I'm not going to buy your product so that I can hope that somebody buys it from me to give commission, right? And so I would ask them about it. They're like, oh, you don't have to use the product. Use something that's similar in your house that looks like it. Or they would tell me to go steal someone else's video. They say, oh, duet somebody using its video. Or, download their video and repost it on your page and then just add the product. I'm like, are you fucking for real right now? This is the brands themselves telling creators to lie. Because they know if they'd sent actual product and we did an honest review, that's a whole, they didn't want to risk that. I'm telling you, my biggest thing is, if a company does not want to send you a free sample of the product to do an honest review, that product, there's a 90% chance, sucks balls. If it was a good product, then they know that they're going to get a good review and that it's going to sell and it's going to be worth giving you that $20, $30, whatever, $40, $50 item for free, and it's going to pay off. But if they don't want to send you a sample and they just want you to post a good review without you actually trying it, it's because the item sucks. And the sad part about it is so many creators lie about this stuff. They'll go ahead and do it for a paycheck. They will do it for a paycheck, and it pisses me off so badly because it's like, damn, you have no moral compass, man. Like, I have seen so many bullshit. I mean, there's been multiple times where I've been at a creator event as a +1 with one of my friends or something, and I'm hanging out with these big creators that I fucking don't know shit about, and they'll sit there and they'll talk about it. They'll be like, oh yeah, this is how I did this and this, and admit that they just fucking post fake reviews for brand deals. It's one of the reasons I make a lot less than most people on social media, on TikTok in particular, because I refuse to lie about a brand. Like, I've got reviews where you can see where I'm literally like, yeah, no, this is shit. Like that razor people were selling and saying like a stripper said it was great or whatever, and it wasn't. And I showed like where there's literal blood on the fucking razor from when I tried to use it and how bad it was. Oh, and those fucking greens, the bloom. The amount of creators who I have met who did those fucking bloom ads, who straight up admitted that they don't actually fucking drink the shit and that they ended up throwing all of it away because they tried a sip of it and almost vomited. There was one girl who talked about how it took her like 12 fucking takes to be able to record her drinking it because it made her gag so much. So please make sure you're doing proper research before you buy something an influencer is telling you to buy, because some of them know. Some of them know that these products are shit and will promote them anyways. Now, some of them are great. Like, some of them really are good products. And that's where it gets hard to believe, because like some of them really are good products, but the credibility's gone when you've said something like Bloom tastes good. How am I supposed to believe this new product is good when I know for a fact you fucking spit out the Bloom that you told everybody was great? I apologize. I will get off my creator rant now. I just wanted to remind everybody of that, because I feel so bad. There's so many people who fall for that because their favorite creator or big creator is like, yeah, this product's great, and that creator doesn't even use the product. But back to the plobs. Gosh, if you like Red Robin, you might want to skip this part because I'm going to tell story time. I have a video I need to post on this because I recorded this while I was at Red Robin. Because we went to Red Robin the other day. We go to Red Robin. We're in this like corner booth situation where it's like a circle table and all that shit. It was my mom's late birthday dinner. So that's where she picked, by the way, before you're like, oh, you only took to Red Robin. No, that's where she picked, okay? I also got her a very limited edition Bratz doll that was in blonde and all this. Anyways, that's not the problem. We go to sit down, and we're sitting there, we're waiting on our food and everything. Everything's going fine at first. And then this group, one of them was literally wearing a fucking fedora. You can't make this shit up. I ended up taking a picture of the two guys behind me. I was pretending I was taking a selfie. But it's a group of 4 dudes, and we're sitting there, we're enjoying our food, and they come in, and you can smell them. You can smell them a mile away. There's a card shop right down the road from us, too. Like, right down the road from Red Robin. And they were talking about how they were going to go to the card shop afterwards. And I'm like, bitch, the most canon fucking event. Anyways, they're ordering their food and stuff. And the smell starts getting so bad that I can't eat my food. I got to the point where, like, the waitress noticed it, too. And she ended up bringing us extra fries because, it's bottomless fries there. And she felt bad because I couldn't even get through my first order because of the smell. I actually ended up going outside at one point to get fresh air because it smelled so fucking bad. It smelled like they had shit their pants and just sat there in it. I'm over here listening to them talk about fucking going to the card shop, and I'm like, the fuck? So I go outside, and I'm like clearly just trying to get some fresh air, and there's this other woman standing out there, and she's like, are you sitting at the other side of those guys? And I was like, yeah. I was like, God, the smell's killing me. And she goes, yeah, I know. That's why I came out here. I'm sitting at the table on the other side of them. So the other side of the table could smell these 4 dudes also. All of us over here just dying from their fucking odor. I really hope they didn't stay too long after we left. I'm really hoping that poor waitress got a good tip, too, because she deserves it after dealing with that. Like, when we were waiting for the food to get packed up, like, we were waiting on our to-go boxes, I went outside with the kids and waited because my husband was like, I'll do it for you because it smelled so fucking bad. I just want to know why it is always the card playing and gaming community. Because the crazier part is there was a hint of cologne, too. It smelled like they'd shit their pants and then sprayed cologne on themselves to try to cover it up. Buddy, that doesn't cover up the smell of literal shit. Why is it always shit with the plobs? It's always fucking shit. Every single time. Bro, at this point, I can't take a fucking shit in the toilet without thinking of one of these plobs. It's like at least 70% of the fucking follower submissions. It's 90% of my own fucking experiences. All fucking shit related some way. Bodily fluid related somehow. Really disturbing fact about the bodily fluid thing is I was talking to somebody about the plob stories and stuff. Somebody local, and we're having this conversation about like the plobs at gaming events and everything, and the card stores and whatnot, and how she won't go to the one over in Cove because it smells so bad when you walk into the store. That's the one where I took my son in for his birthday last year to get some Pokemon cards, and I kid you not, my youngest has no fucking filter, and he goes, "Why does it stink in here?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, please shut up." I'm like, shit, let's just get the cards and leave. Anyways, we're having this discussion, and she's like, "Oh, do you know about the slime thing?" And I was like, "The slime thing?" I'm like, I'm very cute. Like, slime as in like Peachy Baby slime or whatever, because if you don't know, that's not me like advertising for them. Peachy Babies is here in Austin. Well, I don't live in Austin. I live outside Austin, but it's over in Austin. Peachy Baby Slimes is in Austin, so that's what I thought she was referring to. And she's like, no, the slime fetish and why people have it and like why people use it. And I'm like, slime fetish? I immediately thought of that one chick. I can't think of her name, but I saw a video of her. Like, it's one of the only videos I've ever seen of her. It's the chick who, like, her photos got exposed where she was naked in the bathtub covered in slime because she has a slime fetish. So that's where I thought this was going. And I'm like, oh yeah, that chick that covered herself in like black slime and all that, right? And she's like, sort of. And I'm like, what do you mean sort of? She's like, oh god, no, it's worse. And I'm like, oh, thanks. What the fuck did I just sign up to listen to? Apparently, there's this whole thing where people who have bodily fluid fetishes, where they like want to be covered in like shit or something, where they want to, like, sexually, right? They want to do that sexually. If they can't get somebody to do that for them, they will get slime instead, because apparently the texture kind of feels similar, and they will rub their bodies down in slime to pretend it's like diarrhea or something. I'm sorry. I had to take a breather for a second there because it was so gross. Why did they have to ruin slime for the rest of us? Because how the fuck am I supposed to play with slime now? Because all I'm ever going to fucking think about is the fact that these fucking shit lovers are fucking using that as a substitute. I also don't feel... Look, I have kids. I've changed diapers. I've had shit on me before. Working in the medical field, I've had shit on me before. I don't feel like slime feels like shit. So I don't know where this theory came in or why the fuck people are doing that, but... Fucking Christ, can we stop ruining normal, innocent things like the people that just like to enjoy by being gross? Okay? Bronies have already ruined My Little Pony for most people. Do we have to get into the ruining slime now? Really? It's kind of like Barbie's is also ruined for me after that guy stuck one up his ass and was in the ER for it, and the one that stuck a Barbie shoe up his nose. I don't really... it's one of those things. I want to know the thought process, but I also don't want to know the thought process because I'm never going to be able to hear it once I hear the thought process. Speaking of thought process, one of the things that bothers me about the slime thing is, like I said, my first thought was that chick that like covered her body in black slime, right? How the fuck did she get it out of her hair? Because I saw a video of her afterwards where she's got long hair. And it looks like she has long hair in the video where she's like covered in slime, pictures where she's covered in slime. How the fuck did she get it out of hair? Because, dude, I can't even get the slime out of my carpet that's been sitting there for 2 years. I've steamed it. I've got like a carpet cleaner, all of that. I've done every spray and stuff. I cannot get that slime out of the carpet. So how the fuck did she get it out of her hair? I am genuinely curious how she got it out of her hair. Also, as somebody who is kinking themselves, that just seems like a lot of work for a fetish. That seems like a lot of work for a fetish. Now, I don't have those kind of kinks, just to be clear. No. I'm not into bathroom stuff. But I really want you to think about that. Like, you covered your entire body in slime. It's going to take hours, if not days, to clean up that mess. To bust a nut once? That's too much work for me. Days of cleaning for 15 minutes of fun? Or 20 minutes or whatever. 15, 20 minutes of fun, and you won't... No, that's just a lot of damn work. I mean, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's on our bucket list or something. I don't know. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm sorry. I can't keep thinking about this stuff knowing that people pretend that it's shit. I'm sorry, but we got to change the subject. Because I can't. One thing that does blow my mind about plobs and incels and people in this is most of them are fully aware that what they're doing is insane and wrong and crazy. And some proof of them know, and I know people are going to say, oh, that isn't proof, but like, that's just your theory on it. And you can form your own theory on this. But if you don't know, when I did the Latino former friend interview, the reason why I knew he was telling the truth, because people were like, what if it's messages, is because he sent me a photo of him when he met Lily Tino. This is back when they went by Nick. This is pre-transition. He's got a photo, which I've posted, and I'm also going to be reposting tomorrow, because I'm so tired of people being like, oh, I didn't see you, pretending like, I'm just going to reply to one of the troll comments, but people depending, and be like, oh, do you now not see it, even though I fucking tagged your comment in the video showing it to you again? But anyways, one thing that I found fascinating is, if you have not seen the video where I show the photo of the person we're calling John Doe meeting up, because we do cover his face in it, but you can see Lily Tino pre-transition in the photo with this guy. They met up in person. But the thing that I found really interesting about it was, if you haven't, like I said, if you haven't seen it, if you have, you already know this, it's a physical photo. It's like a printed off photo of them taken by a traditional camera, like a Polaroid or whatever. No, Polaroids I'll have that white thing at the bottom. This doesn't have the white thing. It's like a regular photo, like a, you know, the ones that made the clicking noise and you would scroll and scroll and scroll or whatever when you were a kid, like a physical film camera. And I asked John Doe about, I was like, I mean, I believe you, but like, why is it a physical photo? Because I didn't know people still took physical photos, right? I was like, I mean, people do print off photos after they've taken them digitally, but this is like a whole ass fucking physical photo. You literally had to ask somebody to sit there and like take a picture of you two for this, right? And he explained to me, he said, it's because the incels in that, a lot of the incel community have this whole thing where they don't want to be photographed. They don't want any digital footprint that would link them back. Like, they don't want people to, you know, it's a lot easier for a digital photo to be released and get leaked than it is for a physical photo to be accidentally leaked or whatever, somebody gets hacked or whatnot. The fact that, and he also explained that it's because they don't want their families finding out about their behavior and their activity and their opinions and thoughts. To me, the fact that you are going above and beyond to make sure that your family and people in your personal life do not know about the horrible things that you're saying means at some level, whether it's subconscious, whether it's, you know, full front and center, no matter what it is, at some level, you know what you're doing is wrong. If you were that ashamed that you're taking fucking physical photos, like it's 2002, instead of doing digital photos because you are so ashamed that somebody might find out somebody in your personal life might find out about your incel ways, then on some level, you know that what you're doing is wrong. Like I said, I'm sure there are people who come to their own conclusions of what they think on that, but there's no way that you're taking this many steps to prevent people from finding out, like, in your personal life, what you're saying, if you don't know that what you're saying is wrong. Because, baby, there ain't a damn thing that there's ain't a damn opinion that I have that I would not say to anyone's face. Obviously, age appropriate. Like, I'm not going to tell a child about my theories on kink and stuff. Like, you know, obviously, age appropriate wise, adult wise, you know, I have no problem telling people any of my theories, opinions on that kind of stuff. Like, on anything. Because I stand by it. It reminds me of these fucking troll accounts. Like, if you almost everybody I know has encountered one of these, where you'll have a troll account that will leave nasty comments on people's videos, like making fun of them or whatever, and just bullshitting. And they always seem, the people that are the rudest and nasty in the comments always seem to have a anime picture or like no picture at all, or just, they don't have anything of them. It's coming from a burner account with like 2 followers, and it's like, dude, it's so fucking obvious. It is so fucking obvious that you don't actually stand behind what you said because you ain't showing your fucking face. Before I end this, there is one last plob situation I would like to talk about, and once again, somehow we're back on Christian. Not exactly Christian, but Christian gets brought up. So, if you've not seen, and you don't I don't keep up with it because there's so much, but Gypsy Rose situation. Gypsy Rose is currently selling art, right? She has decided to become an artist, and it's not me trying to dog on her, but her art is very basic from what I've seen. It's the same thing like a million other people do. And don't get me wrong, she's better than me because I never damaged my hands. Like, my thumb got cut off as a teenager. I can't fucking draw. But it's just very basic for what she's charging for it, if that makes sense. And she's talking about how much she's charging for these things, and all these people are like, oh, nobody's gonna buy it. Do you want to know how I know somebody's gonna buy that shit? Because somebody bought fucking Chris Chan's art. If you don't know this, and don't get me, I'll fully fucking admit I was wrong initially, because when this first came out and Chris Chan was bragging about how she had sold this freaking artwork piece for thousands of dollars of Sonichu, and she was showing these receipts for a payment of thousands of dollars. I can't even remember how much it was exactly, but I know it was thousands for this Chris Chan Sonichu original, like, plaster piece that was made of Sonichu. I thought she was lying. I'll fully admit I was wrong. I thought she was lying for fucking sure, because I was like, there's no fucking way somebody bought this Sonichu thing for thousands of dollars. There's no way anybody bought this at all, unless it was like a friend that bought it for $5. And I thought that for years. But then a few months ago, I don't know exactly, it's been a few months, earlier this year, this interview comes out on Hooked on the Look, which is this page that does interviews on people who have non-conventional aesthetics, basically. They, the extreme goths, the extreme pastels, things like that. People that have, and I love watching people's uniqueness on there. But these two lesbians are doing an interview, and they're doing a walkthrough of their house, and they're showing all of these, they're showing all of these people, or all these things that these people have in their house, and like all their aesthetic. Tell me why they fucking pass by a glass case that's like they're supposed to be their most valuable prized possessions, and it's the fucking Sonichu plaster. Oh my! Most people didn't even notice it first. It wasn't until I commented, I was like, "Is that the fucking Sonichu?" Like, is that fucking for real right now? And other people then started to notice and started commenting. They were like, "Oh my god, is that Sonichu?" I'm like, "Yeah." We all realized, we were like, "Holy shit, that's Sonichu." So they were the couple that paid thousands of dollars for it. So you cannot tell me if people were willing to buy the Sonichu for thousands of dollars. There are going to be people who are going to spend hundreds of dollars on Gypsy Rose's art. Even though, once again, it's not me trying to be rude. I'm just being real. It's very basic. Go look it up. It looks like the same stuff that you would buy at Ross or Burlington for like $20. And she wants hundreds for it. But fucking Christ, people are like, there's no way somebody's going to. Somebody's going to buy that shit. Somebody spent thousands of dollars on fucking Sonichu, okay? Somebody's buying that shit. Somebody spent hundreds of dollars on Gypsy Rose's paintings, I'm telling you. Honestly, just the fact that there are incels who have changed and, like, stopped being incels and came forward with their stories and stuff is proof that they, on some level, they know what they're doing is wrong. I'll stop repeating myself at this point and go ahead and end the podcast, but I'm telling you, these people know what they're doing is wrong, and fucking Christ. I just want to remind everybody of that. I know I've said it a million times at the endings of these, but I just like to remind people, because there's some people who will feel bad for them and be like, oh, well, maybe they don't know that their views are absolutely fucking insane horseshit. Just a reminder before we end, these incels do know on some level that they are wrong. The plobs know that not wiping their ass is wrong. They just want any excuse to just not do it and be gross. Also, heed my warning, somebody is going to buy the fucking Gypsy Rose stuff. Just know it. Well, that is the end of today's plobcast. I actually was supposed to interview Hayden today. Did not get around to it. It's a long story. We had to reschedule. But he should be on Thursday to share his experiences, and we will get to talk about that on Thursday, and I will see you guys then. Remember to wipe your ass, remember to shower, remember to not be gross or do anything inappropriate with anime figures. Just in general, have common sense. I don't know what else to warn at this point. Lord, and know the people that don't do this stuff fucking know. They know on some level that they're wrong. Stay safe, and as always, I am a Ken doll with interchangeable accessories for their pleasure.